Hello everyone, Watch's Review here with a look at the Fire and Water Mega Rangers. The prefix Mega indicating that these are both more powerful and cooler than previous Ranger incarnations from Power Rangers Samurai. In case you're wondering why I'm reviewing both these figures at once, it's because I don't know anything about Power Rangers Samurai, so I don't have a lot of talk about otherwise. But hey, Samurais, those are cool, right? You know, not as cool as either ninjas or pirates, which, by the way, the Power Rangers have also been. I'm not joking. But in case that seems a little bit silly to you, just remember that the show is very tongue-in-cheek or whatever. And in case you're wondering why I picked them up, the fact that they were on pretty deep clearance was kind of cool incentive, and the Fire Mega Ranger comes with that really, really cool sword. The ultimate in masculine expression. As for the packaging itself, it's actually pretty cool looking. I mean, the use of color is really neat. I do like the fact that we get these shots of the characters up there and everything, and just really nice look from the front, but the back of the box, as a lot of other Bandai lines, it's really cheap and crappy looking. Especially the fact that instead of putting names down, once again, they did opt for numbers. Come on. That's just silly, but at any rate, hold on a second, I'll get these out of the box. Something I neglected to mention about the packaging is that this front insert is actually wraparound, so you have a portion of the Ranger on the side as well as a symbol and the word fire in 3 languages. English, I think French, and Spanish. As for the figures themselves, again, I don't know anything about Power Rangers Samurai, but the design is sort of highly reminiscent of Power Rangers Zeo, just from the look of the visors and stuff, where you get the sort of stylized whatever instead of a normal-looking one. Zeo also, coincidentally, was the last Power Ranger season I really watched. As soon as it went to Turbo, I kind of lost interest really, really quickly. Basically, they took Billy, a sort of teenage character who was played by an actor probably in his 30s, and replaced him with a 10-year-old boy who, for all the Power Ranger sequences, was a grown man. And I mean, that was just sort of jump the shark right there. Also, the Zords, they were all cars, so yeah. Extreme campiness. Though, I imagine I probably would appreciate that season a lot more now, just because of the sheer campiness of it and, the humor. But in terms of accessories, each of these comes with a sword, in addition to one specialized weapon. In the Fire Mega Ranger's case, it's this really giant sword, which coincidentally is bigger than he is. Probably dating back to the old, heck's that sword called, like Simbots or something, but a sword that was kind of meant to not only cut down a rider, but cut the horse in half as well, which is a really kind of cool concept. The Blue Ranger comes with this sort of weird looking bow. I mean, it's sort of progressive because in the earlier seasons they'd always give like these ranged weapons to female characters, so I imagine the blue character is probably a male. I should probably look that up. In terms of detail, the 2 Rangers are basically identical. I mean, the sort of difference here is the masks have a different thing. I guess it represents the... I don't know, maybe it doesn't represent the logo. I just automatically assumed it was supposed to represent the symbol for fire and water and stuff, but that doesn't seem to be the case. But given that the characters are mostly identical, I will only be looking at the red one. In terms of design, pretty cool looking sculpt. Not a lot of paint to speak of, and actually I don't think there's... Well, I guess there might be some paint on it, but mostly it's just molded plastic. I mean, it's how portions obviously are painted. It's a sort of really glossy plastic because I imagine this is probably more of a children's line. But don't let that stop me from buying and displaying it. I don't know, I guess it's a pretty sort of solid looking figure. Not a tremendous amount of articulation. I mean, you have a good amount for what it is, but it's missing stuff like ankle movement and, you know, just really sort of small stuff. But in terms of articulation, we have a point of rotation at the wrist, single jointed elbow, ball jointed shoulder. One thing that's obviously missing is, you know, a shoulder pivot, so no bicep articulation or anything. Probably not a really huge issue, but Head rotates. Feels like it's got some up and down, but doesn't really go up and down much. No rotation at waist, which kind of sucks. But we have a point of movement here at this little belt loop thingy. And the other belt loop thingy, I'm not sure what either thing actually represents, but we have a ball jointed leg, single joint here at the knee, and then we have a point of rotation at the boot. You will notice that they have a metal joint here for the knee, but then a plastic one for the elbow. Kind of weird, but whatever. In general, you know, just kind of a neat little item. I'm really not sure what I will be doing with them other than just tossing them up on a shelf somewhere, probably with the other Bandai Power Rangers stuff in this scale. It also comes with this weird instruction manual thing, which I guess details the other stuff in the line. Probably for a weapon fusion of some sort. No, the weapons don't all form together. Will I be picking up more from the line? Probably not. Unless I find it on clearance or something. I mean, it would be kind of neat to just have the whole line up there, but I don't really feel any huge draw to it just because I'm not familiar with the source material. And I guess the line also includes one monster, but again, did not see that. There is really a sort of depressing Ranger to monster ratio in these more recent lines. I mean, I remember back in the 90s when we first got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and we had a ton of various monsters, including the Eye Guy and, you know, the Black Knight, or what was it, shoot, maybe it was the Nasty Knight. Then the Minotaur, that weird shark guy, and stuff. I mean, these were just generic sort of throwaway one-episode monsters, not counting other guys that we got like Goldar and stuff. But for this, it just seems like they don't really include that many monsters. I'm not really sure why that is, but I mean, I guess they just figure it's not as marketable, and, you know, those require, you know, brand new sculpts and everything, whereas the Rangers, they just, it looks like they just toss a new head sculpt on, so I don't know. In general, yeah, you know, I'm definitely happy to have picked them up for the price that I picked them up. Well, I picked them up for more than that. Maybe just the red one. I don't know. But yeah, this has been a look at the Fire and Water Mega Rangers. Whatever happened to just naming them after colors, I don't know. But until next time, folks.